Thank you for tuning back in for the next episode in the Smart Goals series. We've been through specific and measurable. Now we're going to talk about attainable. And again, you can see me, I keep looking down. This is what I'm looking down at. I'm using my own book as a reference because this page in the back, this is a nice, helpful little work through to help you make sure that you've got some good goals. When you have a goal that has all these elements in it, you're just naturally drawn to it. It's almost effortless. So this is working through these can be a good way to ask yourself, are some of the things that I'm pursuing, if I'm having problems with it and barriers, is that because they're not meeting SMART criteria? Might be something to consider. Okay, let's talk about attainable. So this is kind of the reality check. So if you're a basketball player and you're like, I want to be LeBron, is that attainable? Is that realistic? For real. Or, if you're 350 pounds and you're like, I want to weigh 180, hey, is that realistic and attainable? I want to break this down into two other things that I've kind of added. In the book, I talk about SMART plus 3, and one of them is it within your control? So is your goal something that you realistically, it really is attainable, and it is something that you can actually get? I'm going to say for 99.99% of the people, being LeBron James ain't going to happen, right? Like, this is the reality check thing where it's like, is that really within your control? Is that really possible? No. Now, at the same time, I do think that a lot of us have limiting beliefs about what is possible. So there's a little bit of this within that. But let me throw another thing out at you about attainable that I think needs to be worked into, and that is your goal, is it bite-sized? So you may be 350 pounds, you may want to get to that 180, and that might be realistic and attainable over a long period of time. Okay, so the T in SMART goals, which we're going to discuss later, is you put it on a timetable. So let's say you're like, in a month, I want to lose 100 pounds. Is that realistic or attainable? No. But if you said in 5 years, I want to lose 100 pounds, I'd say, yeah, I think that is attainable. So the specific goal then would be, I want to lose 5 pounds in 1 month. Is 5 pounds attainable? I think that is for most people. The time frame, it would depend on, how active somebody can be, what kind of resources they have to buy food, etc. But 5 pounds, I think, is a much more attainable, realistic goal, and it's bite-sized. So I talk about it in the book in another place, having kind of your long-term goal, and I would put this as a long-term, like 1 year, 2 year. I think most of us underestimate what we can accomplish in the long term, that kind of vision stuff. So I do want you to have a long-term goal, but I also want you to have a short-term goal that's more like 1 month, 6 weeks, something like that. And making sure that your goal is within that time period, realistic and attainable. I think about medical school, and it's incredible how much information you learned in 4 years. Without that structure, I just imagine trying to do that on my own, or how can I get to this place where I can help all these people in the ER and take care of them and know all of the, physiology and the pharmacology and all of the scientific information that I need to know to be this guy. It's one step at a time. It's pass one microbiology test. It's do 1 month do a 1 month rotation in general surgery. You do all of these things that build up to it. And then that entire thing together, one step at a time, these attainable goals, you can reach this big, incredible thing. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And in the next one, we're going to talk about relevant. So thanks for coming and check in on those next.